The discussion surrounding Manny Pacquiao's recent performance and potential comeback in boxing reveals a fascinating blend of admiration, analysis, and speculation about one of the sport's most iconic figures. At 46 years old, Pacquiao's ability to compete at a high level against younger opponents, as seen in his fight against Mario Barrios, has sparked widespread debate about his place in modern boxing, his motivations, and what lies ahead for the legendary fighter. Observers, including former opponents, analysts, and fans, marvel at Pacquiao's enduring skill set, while critics question whether financial pressures or a desire to cement his legacy drive his return. The matchup with Barrios, combined with talk of future opponents like Floyd Mayweather or Rolly Romero, underscores the unique challenge Pacquiao presents, a fighter whose age defies his physical and mental sharpness, making him a formidable and unpredictable force. Pacquiao's performance against Barrios was a revelation for many. Expectations were tempered going into the fight, with most assuming a 46-year-old returning after a 3-year layoff would struggle against a younger, active champion. Instead, Pacquiao displayed the hallmarks of his prime: rapid footwork, quick combinations, and clever ring movement. The rounds were competitive, with Pacquiao often dictating the pace and forcing Barrios to react rather than lead. While the official result was a majority draw, many felt Pacquiao deserved the win, citing his aggression, volume, and control of the fight's tempo. Barrios, by contrast, appeared tentative, failing to capitalize on his youth and physical advantages. Pacquiao's ability to steal rounds, particularly late in the fight, highlighted his ring generalship and stamina, qualities that seemed unaffected by his age. The fight showcased Pacquiao's enduring physical gifts. His legs, often a point of concern for aging fighters, remained lively, allowing him to dance around the ring and create angles. While some noted early moments where he appeared slightly unsteady, he quickly found his rhythm, using his footwork to outmaneuver Barrios. His punches, though not always carrying the devastating power of his younger years, were still fast and effective. Observers pointed out that while some of his flurries lacked the impact of his prime, they served to keep Barrios at bay and score points. Pacquiao's ability to throw combinations, often responding to a single Barrios punch with 2 or 3 of his own, frustrated the younger fighter and kept the crowd energized. The reaction to Pacquiao's performance was overwhelmingly positive, with fans and analysts alike praising his competitive spirit. The arena erupted with every move he made, a testament to his enduring popularity and ability to captivate audiences. For many, the draw felt like a victory, not just because Pacquiao held his own against a world champion, but because he did so at an age when most fighters have long retired. The fight was seen as a statement about Pacquiao's greatness and the state of boxing, where a 46-year-old politician could go toe-to-toe with a younger titleholder. Some even argued that Pacquiao was robbed, pointing to rounds where his activity and aggression outshone Barrios' passivity. Pacquiao's unique qualities as a fighter were a recurring theme in the analysis. Former opponent Chris Algieri, who faced Pacquiao during their respective primes, described him as an enigma. Algieri emphasized Pacquiao's unpredictability, speed, and relentless energy, qualities that make him nearly impossible to prepare for, even at his current age. Unlike most fighters, whose skills erode over time, Pacquiao seems to defy the aging process. His mental sharpness and physical conditioning allow him to compete at a level that younger opponents struggle to match. Algieri's perspective, grounded in first-hand experience, lent weight to the idea that Pacquiao's comeback is not just viable but potentially dangerous for anyone who faces him. Sean Porter, another respected voice in boxing, echoed Algieri's sentiments after witnessing Pacquiao's training sessions. Porter noted that Pacquiao's movement, agility, and intensity in camp were remarkably similar to his prime years. He described Pacquiao as "still him," a fighter whose core abilities, speed, footwork, and power, remain intact. Porter's observation that power is the last attribute to fade in a fighter rang true, as Pacquiao's punches, while not always devastating, still carried enough sting to command respect. The fact that Pacquiao could replicate his training habits from years ago spoke to his discipline and passion for the sport. The Barrios fight also fueled speculation about Pacquiao's next move. A potential rematch with Floyd Mayweather has been a popular topic, with some, like social media personality Salt Poppy, arguing that Pacquiao's current form gives him the edge. Unlike Mayweather, who has focused on low-risk exhibitions in recent years, Pacquiao has stayed active and competitive. In their 2015 encounter, Mayweather faced a Pacquiao recovering from a shoulder injury and arguably past his peak. Today, Pacquiao's rhythm, hunger, and conditioning could pose a significant threat to Mayweather's aging reflexes. While Mayweather's defensive mastery remains formidable, his lack of recent high-level competition could leave him vulnerable against a rejuvenated Pacquiao. Another name floated as a potential opponent is Rolly Romero, the WBA welterweight champion. Romero's camp has expressed enthusiasm for the matchup, with the fighter himself citing the honor of facing a legend like Pacquiao. Training footage suggests Romero is already preparing for the challenge, and his knockout power could make for an explosive fight. However, Pacquiao's experience and ring IQ would likely test Romero's ability to impose his will. Other names, like Gervonta Davis, have been mentioned, though logistical issues make that fight less likely. Regardless of the opponent, Pacquiao's ability to generate buzz and draw attention underscores his status as a global icon. Critics, however, have raised concerns about Pacquiao's motivations for returning. Some argue that financial pressures, rather than passion or legacy, drive his comeback. Pacquiao's wealth, earned through a career that saw him rise from poverty to become one of boxing's highest earners, has reportedly been depleted by lavish spending and poor financial decisions. Skeptics point to what they call shiny object syndrome, where Pacquiao's scattered focus, juggling boxing, politics, and various business ventures, has led to financial instability. They question whether a fighter of his stature, with nothing left to prove, would risk his health unless significant paydays were involved. Pacquiao has consistently pushed back against these claims, emphasizing that his return is about more than money. His story of rising from extreme poverty, where he and his family often went hungry, has shaped his perspective. Pacquiao has spoken movingly about his childhood, recalling moments when his younger brother cried from hunger and his mother fought back tears over their lack of food. These experiences have fueled his humility and generosity, with Pacquiao funding hospitals, disaster relief, and community projects in the Philippines. He insists that his comeback is driven by a desire to inspire others, prove that age is no barrier to greatness, and fight for his people, not his bank account. Pacquiao's humanitarian efforts have long been a cornerstone of his legacy. His willingness to share his wealth contrasts sharply with the image of a fighter chasing paychecks. For Pacquiao, boxing is a platform to uplift others, a way to show that resilience and heart can overcome any obstacle. His claim that he fights for passion and legacy resonates with fans who see him as more than just an athlete. The conviction he displayed against Barrios, no hesitation, no doubt, just pure belief in his craft, lent credence to his stated motivations. Pacquiao fought not like a man chasing glory, but like one who still believes he belongs at the top. The debate over the Barrios fight's scoring added another layer to the conversation. Many analysts felt Pacquiao did enough to win, citing his role as the aggressor and his ability to control the fight's rhythm. Barrios's low output and cautious approach stood in stark contrast to Pacquiao's relentless energy. Frame-by-frame reviews highlighted rounds where Pacquiao's volume and ring generalship should have earned him the edge, yet the judges' scorecards told a different story. The draw left some feeling that Pacquiao was unfairly denied a victory, while others acknowledged that nostalgia may have colored perceptions of his performance. Pacquiao's ability to steal rounds, particularly late in the fight, was a point of fascination. His knack for ending rounds with flurries or signature moves, like a quick left hand or fancy footwork, created an emotional impact that swayed crowds and possibly judges. While Barrios's punches were technically sound, they lacked the charisma and passion that Pacquiao brought to every exchange. This contrast highlighted Pacquiao's showmanship, a quality that has always set him apart. Even at 46, he fought with the heart of a young champion, making moments that felt like echoes of his prime. The broader context of Pacquiao's comeback raises questions about boxing's evolution and the sport's ability to produce new stars. His ability to compete with younger fighters suggests that the current generation may lack the same caliber of talent or preparation. Barrios's lackluster performance was seen by some as indicative of a sport where champions can be exposed by a determined veteran. Pacquiao's journey, from a 106-pound teenager to an 8-division champion at 147 pounds, serves as a reminder of his extraordinary career and the void he fills in boxing's landscape. Ultimately, Pacquiao's return is a polarizing yet captivating storyline. For supporters, it's a triumph of will, a chance to see a living legend defy time and inspire millions. For detractors, it's a risky endeavor driven by financial necessity, a step too far for a fighter who has secured his place in history. What's clear is that Pacquiao remains a singular figure, a fighter whose speed, heart, and unpredictability make him a threat to anyone. Whether he faces Mayweather, Romero, or another challenger, Pacquiao's next fight will carry the weight of his legacy, a testament to the idea that greatness, like Pacquiao himself, refuses to fade.